So my name's Dori Howard, and I'm originally from Owensboro. I went to Daviess County High School and Brescia University. And in 2010, I found out about a program in Liverpool, England, at a school called Liverpool Hope University that offered a master's degree in the Beatles. So I moved to Liverpool to get that degree. I was on a family vacation when I was probably in like 3rd or 4th grade. And we were watching TV at the hotel, and A Hard Day's Night came on. And for some reason, I guess my dad was watching it, and for some reason I loved it. I absolutely fell in love with the way that the Beatles talked and the way that they dressed and their music. And after I saw A Hard Day's Night, I was basically obsessed. After that, I started collecting their music and things like that, which it was interesting because around that time, it was also about the time that the Beatles anthology had been released. So there was a huge sort of revival in kind of the interest in the Beatles all over the world anyway. So a lot of their albums were being reissued. So it was a really exciting thing for me. Like at Christmas every year, I would get like one of their CDs, their album on CD, and then there would be one in my Easter basket. So I slowly kind of built up a collection of their music. The course had a lot to do with Liverpool and how the Beatles kind of changed Liverpool as a city. But some interesting things, I guess. There was a woman on the course the year before I did it. I was part of the 2nd year that it ever existed. And a woman on the 1st year wrote her dissertation and uncovered some information about how the Beatles actually broke out in Canada way before they did in the United States. It was way before, because I guess like the traditional sort of idea of when the Beatles came to the US, they played it, on the Ed Sullivan Show and things like that, and that was when they really broke out. But actually Canada liked them for a lot longer than the US did, which was really interesting, I thought. So that's the kind of thing that the course is trying to kind of promote, is looking for research into kind of under-researched areas of, I guess, like Beatles and also popular music in general, really.
So did you have to do a dissertation?
I did, yeah, but I actually ended up writing my dissertation about the Monkees rather than the Beatles. So, because the name of the course is The Beatles, Popular Music and Society. So we were learning about popular music as an academic discipline. So we were learning all of these concepts that applied to popular music in general, but we used the Beatles as sort of a blueprint for understanding that. So my supervisor, his name's Dr. Mike Brocken, and he's absolutely amazing. A really brilliant man. And he really sort of suggested that we study areas that we were really interested in and things that we loved. So I was really interested in the fact that the Monkees were considered really kind of not cool in the 1960s, but now they're considered kind of, they've got these like pop gems. People still sing their songs, they sell out tours and things like that. So I was really interested in the processes that got them from being not cool in the 1960s to really cool today. So that's what I ended up writing my dissertation about. I would tell them that it is absolutely terrifying, but it is so worth it. It's so worth it. I can't even begin to explain how much I feel like I've changed as a person and how much my horizons have expanded. That sounds so cliche, but it's really true. And it's, you kind of hear a lot that if you don't take chances, then you don't really, reap all the rewards of it. And that sounds so cheesy and so cliche, but it's so true, at least for me.